Yes, alright, because we are, the nation is, we are back into our lesson of today, and presenter is the teacher Ronald. Our topic is primary healthcare, PHC, according to P5. Then let's look into the details. Our heading, I have said, is primary healthcare, which we call PHC, from P5 term 3 work. Then simply and briefly we shall look at the topic breakdown, what we shall be looking at. But firstly we shall look at the definitions, then we look at elements of PHC, we look at principles of PHC, parties in PHC or groups involved, then we look at the health committees, ways of informing the public as we shall be moving. From there, let's look at the deck in two difference in terms. We have two terms to differentiate. One is primary health care and next is health. Let's first look at primary health care. This is a program where individuals, family and the community work together to promote their own health. Then while health, we can say this is a state of complete well physically, mentally and spiritually. A look at aspects of primary health care PHC. We shall first look at elements of primary health care in brief, then we're gonna talk about them in details. We need to look at water and sanitation, food and nutrition, immunization, control of communicable diseases, CCD, then control of diarrheal diseases, CDD, family planning, then lastly first aid and many others. On the other side, we need to look at principles of primary health care, where we have decision making should be accessible for all, it should be affordable for all, there should be equal care for everybody, and lastly it should be available to all. Then let's look into parties involved in primary health care or groups involved in. We have an individual, a family and a community. And after looking into these three, I will have to ask you a question later. Let's look into the question number 1. What is a family? Then question number 2, what is a community? My pleasure is to hear your answers on my YouTube channel or my WhatsApp contact, wherever I can get. Then we need to look at the roles of an individual in participating in PHC. What should an individual do? You as a person. You see, teach other family members about elements of PHC, observing personal hygiene to keep oneself healthy, cleaning, sensitizing other members about the dangers of poor sanitation and hygiene. Also, an individual needs to encourage parents to take their children for immunization. But roles of a family, we as a family at our home, what should we do? There is fetching water. As a family, we need to wash utensils, we need to burn rubbish around our home. Then there is continuation on a family. What should a family do? A family needs to feed on a balanced diet, needs to sweep the compound to make it clean. But before we leave this page, allow me to ask you a question. What is a balanced diet? Have it in your mind, think about it. Then more to a community, we need to see community should be able to clean the market, should care for the sick. Hello. A community, if we continue, we need to pick up broken bottles to avoid accidents. Also more in a community, we can look at pick plastic bags and paper. That is to avoid air and land pollution, report disease outbreaks, care for the elderly, care for the disabled. We need to clean marketplaces. On the next page, we need to look at good health practices. What should we do to live a better life? Through observing proper hygiene of the body and food. Then next we need to say always observe proper sanitation. Then we have eating on a balanced diet. we need to ensure adequate rest and sleep. Then we cover or reheat leftover food before eating. Then lastly, we need to have regular body physical exercises. Lastly, we are going to look at health committees, last but not least. And in the introduction, we shall say a health committee is composed of selected able people from a certain group or class to perform the duties which can improve on health. Details to come. On this slide, let's look at the roles of health committee in a school or community. Firstly, it handles and carries out health inspections, prevents diseases through immunization, promotes sanitation, provides hand washing facilities, passes learners through physical exercises. Then come to this page, we need that ways of informing the public on how to live a better life. Firstly, we shall move through radios. Next, we shall go through storytelling. Then, when we continue how to inform the public, we look at giving information pupils take it their parents. Then more on that, we can inform the public through singing songs, through newspapers, through television. Then lastly, I have a question, not 1, 2, 3, but 4. Number 1, give at least 3 benefits of doing physical exercises. Question 2, why does a person need to have enough sleep? Then question 3, name 2 benefits of school health inspections. Question 4, we need to give the difference between sanitation and personal hygiene. In my conclusion, allow me to answer the first 2 questions. The first one, can be answered that you need to become physically fit, improves blood supply, promotes flexibility. Then why does the person need to have enough sleep? The answer is to rest the brain. Thank you. That video was simply compiled by teacher Ronald, which is the newsmaker. Then for more, you can contact me on WhatsApp 0779 448 107. Then on Twitter, Ronald Newsmaker, Facebook, Ronald Newsmaker, Google, Gmail account, Ronald, which is h037.com. Don't go away.